The skeleton is a vital part of the human body, and it has many functions that make living much easier. First of all, it is a framework for your body. It protects our internal organs from injury. It stores minerals. It produces blood cells, and finally, it aids movement. There are many key bones in the human skeleton, and in this video I aim to highlight most of them. Starting from the top, we have the cranium, which is commonly known as the skull. We then have the mandible, which is the jaw. Moving further down, we have the clavicle, which is also known as the collarbone. Then have the ribs. We then have the sternum, also known as the breastbone. We then have the pelvis. And then in the arm we have the humerus at the top of the arm. We then have the ulna on the inside of the arm here. We then have the radius on the outside of the arm. On the back of the skeleton we have the spine, which is made up of vertebrae, and is cartilaginous because there's cartilage in between each vertebrae. We then have the scapula, also known as the shoulder blade. We then have the sacrum near our pelvis. At the end of our arm, obviously, as you know, we have the wrist, which is made up of the carpals at the start of the wrist, the metacarpals, and then the phalanges at the end of the wrist. Moving down the body, in our legs, we have the femur, which is the largest bone in the body, and it's 6 times stronger than steel. We then have the patella, which is a bone which is surrounded by tendons. We then have the tibia, which is the big bone here. And then we have the fibula, which is the little bone here. Moving right down to the bottom of your body now with your foot, you have the tarsals at the top of your foot. Then you have the metatarsals here in your foot. Then you have the flanks at the bottom of your foot. These are just a few of the hundreds of bones that make up your human skeleton, but they're probably the most well known and most widely talked about bones you'll come across.